Today is 22nd of January 2024, and this will be our 36th video on some possible questions. Okay, before I begin, thank you to everyone who have subscribed to our channel, who is following us, and who is helping share and liking our videos. If you haven't considered it already, please can you consider subscribing, following, and when you watch it, don't keep it to yourself, share. Okay, and then if the account is not yours, it's very important, ask permission from the account holder. In the comment section, you normally see, please follow my notes/scripts. Okay, like today, if there is a lot of interactions from where I'm recording from, then it means I might have to quickly do the video. So please follow the notes. For instance, that is 55 degrees. So if you hear anything apart from 55 degrees, please follow the notes. Beware of scammers, please. Beware of scammers. Don't be scammed. Okay. Now watch last video for recap. Our starter today is an example. We've done videos on this. Okay, here you need a ruler and a protractor to draw, to scale. Okay, a triangle of side 7 centimeters and angles 55 degrees and 45 degrees. So first of all, you have a length. So this is to scale 7 centimeters, and then you label one end A, the other end B. Okay, now the first angle 55 degrees, you use a protractor, measure 55 degrees and extend the line from A, or from one corner of the line. Okay, you can do it here, you can do it there. And then another with this, the protractor again, you measure 45 degrees and extend. So where the two lines meet, it will form a triangle. So now you've drawn a triangle, one length centimeters, one side centimeters, with two angles 55 and 45. If you measure this angle, it will add up to 80 degrees. I did check. Okay, so depending on what they want you to find after drawing, then you use it to answer your question. But here we've just been asked to draw to scale. Okay, now the second example we need to do, which we've done video on as well, you've been given 3 sides. Okay, 7 centimeters, 6 centimeters and 5 centimeters. So here you need a ruler and a compass. Okay, so normally I will draw the longer one first, which is centimeters. This is also to scale. Okay, then you measure using a compass 6 centimeters on a ruler, and then you draw your first arc from one end of the line, and then from the other end of the line you measure 5 centimeters, you draw a second line. The point of intersection of these two arcs, okay, is where the triangle will meet. So from A, you join it to the point of intersection, and then from B. If you measure, you should have 7 centimeters, 6 centimeters, and 5 centimeters. Okay, so we've done videos on this. Go back and look for it and watch. But this is the start I have for you today. Now, today, the example we have is a past paper and it's non-calculator. You're not allowed to use the calculator. Okay, so what they did was consider the straight line graph. Okay, from graph find x when y is 8. So in this question, they just give us the x-axis, the y-axis, and they drew a straight line. Everything you see, I did it, but they gave us the scale, as you can see. So they didn't give us a title. It wasn't part of the question, so I had to solve it to use it as a title. Okay, as my title here. Okay, so let's go through the question. So they said consider the straight line graph. Consider the straight line graph. The graph, find x when y is 8. So they just give you a straight line graph. So find x when y is 8. So you went on 8, meet the graph, and then you find x. If you look at x carefully, it's around 2.4. Okay, from the scale they use, I just redrew the graph. Okay, so if you can see, so it's about 2.4. From here to here is 1. So every 2 box is 0.2. So that's about 2.4 here. It's not 2.5 here, 2.4. So from 8 all the way down 2.4. So that was what I got. Okay, and if you measure it on the original graph too, it's 2.4. So x is 2.4. Then they went ahead and they said to you, find the gradient of the line. Okay, so with the gradient you need 2 points. So I had to go back on the graph. As I told you, it's a bare graph. So I used 2 points on the graph. So the first point, the gradient, which is m, is the change in y over the change in x. So if you have 2 coordinates, you use the first y coordinates and then you subtract from the second, and then the first divided by the x coordinate, you subtract from the second. Okay, so what I did here was the 2 coordinates I took from the graph was this 2.4 here, and then x is 2.4 and y is 8, and then this is the easiest one, 0 and -4. Okay, any 2 points will give you the same answer. Okay, now -4 here is our c, y intercept. Okay, so now 8 minus -4, okay, there, and then 2 minus 0. So 12 over 2.4. Now you can make it 120 over 24. Remember, it's non-calculator, so the calculator is not allowed. It is easy to see here because 4 times 5 is 20. 2 times 5 is 100. So if you make it 120 divided by 24, then you are going to get 5. So that will be your gradient using these 2 points, or any 2 points on the line. It will be the same. Now they didn't ask you to do that, okay, but to find a title for my graph, I needed the equation of the straight line, and I wanted to add it to it in case they ask you to do that. Now the equation of a line is y equals mx plus c. M is the gradient, c is the y-intercept where it cuts the line. Okay, so now we found m, which is the change in the y value divided by the change which we just did. Now the c-intercept will be this point on the line, minus 4, where it cuts the x-axis. Okay, so we'll just put it back into this equation, y equals mx plus c. Our m is 5, our c is minus 4. So y equals 5x minus 4. Okay, this is not part of the equation, but I just found it to use it as a title for my graph. So you see a graph of y equals 5x minus 4. We've been given the scale on the y, and we've been given the scale on the x, and we've just been given the line. Okay, so I found this point. Okay, when x is y is 8, x will be 2.4. Okay, and then I use this point and that point to find my gradient, which was the first part of the equation. Okay, now the second question I have for you today, again, okay, this is also non-calculator, calculator not allowed, and it's a higher paper. Okay, so solve or expand and simplify, and then they've given you 6x, 6 into brackets, x minus 3 minus 4x minus 5. Okay, so 6x minus 18, because 6 times 3 minus 3. Now the 6 affects everything in the brackets. So 6x minus 18. Now minus 4 here affects everything in the brackets. So minus 4x plus 20. If you put the x's together, 6x minus 4x will give you 2x. 20 minus 18 will give you 2. So they said expand and simplify. So we've expanded. So we can leave our answer as 2x plus 2. But there is a factor of 2. So we can write it as 2 out of the bracket, x plus 1. Okay, so now we've come to the place. So 2 into bracket x plus 1. Okay, so that will be that'll be our final answer, because either you solve, expand, or simplify. Okay, this is also a past paper, a higher paper, and it's a non-calculator paper. I'm going to raise my phone a bit so that you can see. Okay, so what have we been doing today? First of all, we drew some triangles, okay, using a ruler and a protractor and a compass, which we've done videos on. And then we've seen they've given us a graph, they've given us a point, a y, and then we use the graph to find x. And then they ask us to find the gradient of the line n, which is the change in y over the change in x. Okay, so we use two coordinates. First of all, the y-intercept, which is easy to see, 0 minus 4, and then the point they asked us to find, okay, which gave us a gradient of 5. And then this is not part of the question, so I use the m and this c, which is my y-intercept, substitute into y equals to mx plus c to find the equation of the line for my title there. Okay, so this is what I did on the graph. Okay, you can pause here and convince yourself that it's right. And then we went ahead to solve, expand, and simplify. Okay, so these are the questions I have for you today. I thought I'll leave it here for today, neat and tidy. Okay, please share, like, subscribe, and follow. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.